Hello and welcome. It's a beautiful day, and I hope the sun is shining as much as it's shining and where we are right now. Well, this is Randoms O'Clock, and if you are just tuning in, welcome to Randoms, where we get to share with you trending issues ranging from politics to lifestyle to entertainment and lots more. And of course, I have with me in the studio Chuku, looking so beautiful, looking so demure, so cutesy, so mindful, and all of the good stuff. Of course, I had to the most trending word in right now.
On the internet, right?
But you look really demure.
Thank you so much. You look good too, Sharon.
Thank you. So, how is your day? How's your day been actually?
When you said shining, the sun was shining. I was still wondering because when I was coming, except maybe later, maybe shining right now because when I was coming this morning, it was all rainy and cloudy. So everywhere had just been very cold. I've been really cold myself. So I've just been on a low, like they say.
But you don't look cold. You look hot.
Thank you so much, Sharon. You always have a way to flatter me, by the way.
Of course. Well, former Nigerian ambassador to the Philippines, Yemi, have said the new upward review of the fees for Nigerian passport would not reduce the Japa syndrome, but rather worsen the hardship afflicting the people. The Nigerian Immigration Service recently announced that a 100% price increment for the passport will begin on September 1st, 2024 to ensure the quality and integrity of the Nigerian standard passport system. The NIS said a 32-page passport booklet with 5-year validity previously charged at 35,000 naira has increased to 50,000 naira. Wow. 35,000 to 50,000 naira. While a 64-page passport booklet with 10-year validity, which was 70,000 naira, will now be 100,000 naira. That is what an 100% increase. That's
a lot.
That's
honestly, that's a lot. You know, when I first heard about the increment, I was surprised. I know what the federal government is trying to do is to reduce the Japa syndrome, like they say. But then again, I think people will still travel.
Of course.
And increasing a passport that was usually 35 to like
50,
to 50 is outrageous.
It is.
I think even though you want to reduce the Japa syndrome, it shouldn't be by increasing the passport payment. I think there are other ways for the federal government to reduce or curb Japa in the country. So I really do not support this particular increment.
It's actually ridiculous, permit me to use that word, saying that you are increasing the money for the passport, the price of the passport, to reduce or to curb the Japa, the Japa syndrome and all of that. Are you serious? Those people that travel, there are people that have money. So no matter how you increase it, they would still travel. Yes, they would still travel out.
Whoever wants to travel out will travel out. Whoever wants to Japa will Japa. Increasing from 35 to 50.
No.
That's
in this our trying times. Permit me to say our trying times.
For a 10-page passport is actually too much. I think the federal government should also look into that again.
It should be reviewed.
It should be reviewed because I feel like if you want to curb Japa in the country right now, then there are other ways. Like people keep complaining about job. They don't have good jobs because why would someone want to leave their comfort zone to a place where they know that they might feel less of themselves, especially when it comes to racism and other things, they might feel less of themselves. Why would you want to leave your home? And when you ask people right now on the street, why are you leaving your home? Why are you leaving the country? You get to find out they'll tell you insecurity, they tell you jobs, they don't get to get job even after years of schooling. There are so many reasons. So why don't the government look into that reason? Because so far, I've not heard anyone say it's because I can afford the passport. That is why I'm running out.
Very true.
Honestly, I've not heard anybody say, oh, because the passport fee is less, so I can afford it and then I want to leave. No. You hear them say, because I need a job, I need a better job, I need security for myself or for my family, so I want to leave the country. So if the federal government should look into all of those complaints instead of increasing the passport, because if you have they have increased from 35 to 50. Now, people can afford 50,000.
Of course,
honestly.
they can afford 50,000.
Some persons who want to leave the country can afford 50,000 naira and they would leave. So I don't think that's a good move from the federal government, honestly.
Exactly.
It's not a good move. So if the federal government can look into it and please solve other issues.
We have economic issues, we have educational issues, there are lots of things that if you solve, people would, even people
they will return.
They will return. So it's not that, you know, increasing the price of the passport is, I'm shocked. You know, if they are not giving the reason of saying it will help the jackpot and all of that, would say, okay, maybe there's another reason, probably this and that, and you know, but you categorically said that it is because you want to reduce the jackpot,
the high rate of traveling abroad,
and all of that. It is not a valid reason. It sounds so. It doesn't sound like something that the federal government would say. Permit me.
Honestly, it doesn't. And you know what's funny? I just thought of something. It's funny how we actually talked about passport last week, and this day we are talking about the increment after the woman, the alleged one who tore her husband's passport, Nigerian passport, and then today we are talking about, and you know, quickly my mind just went to that, and I was like, did the government increase it so that people cannot see their passport again? If you think about the money you used to secure that passport, you say, no, I shouldn't take my passport, or nobody should take my passport, and it shouldn't be joked with. But then that's not it. That's just me messing with my head, by the way. Oh, God.
Well, still on the federal government has authorized the termination of employees in both the public and private sectors who possess counterfeit degree certificates acquired from the Republic of Benin and Togo. All degree certificates from Cotonou universities issued between 2017 and the present will be rendered invalid. I'll take that again. Will be rendered invalid. Oh my goodness. Okay. Oh my goodness. Okay, that is all I can say at this point. Wow.
When I first read about this, I didn't even know what to think of that decision. I didn't know where to place it. Why are you going to render people's certificate from 2017? That's a long time ago. That's about 7 years, if I'm not mistaken, about 7 years, 2017 to date. Just because of one maybe bad egg, you are destroying the other eggs. That's not right.
That's not right.
You know, I know maybe some persons must have really used fake results to get into their current jobs or into any organization and started working. But then you won't use because of that to destroy the genuine ones.
Exactly. You know, saying that the certificate from 2017, certificates from 2017 to date is more like you are trying to downplay those people that actually went to school. You know, went through the process of schooling, first year, second year, they run just 3 years there, third year, and you graduated, you did everything right, and because there are bad eggs that just can easily just access maybe the registrar or some bad eggs in the school to buy certificates, you just feel like you just want to, like, you know, push other persons that have gone through the process among those bad eggs. And I don't think that's the right thing to do.
It's not.
It's not the right. And the truth is that just like we're talking about, you know, the passport and everything, our educational system, if you can build it in such a way that, you know, we can easily access to the university. Because most people, when you go to Benin Republic and you ask them, okay, what are you doing here? They'll say because of JAM. Or I passed my JAM, I passed my post-UTME, but maybe I don't get connection and all of that. In as much as, yes, there are some people that easily would access, you know, going to the university without connections and everything. There are some that are battling. Yeah, they have to have connections. Very true. So we need to deal with that first in Nigeria before talking about the fact that people are buying certificates. The truth is that people are also buying certificates in Nigeria. I know that in Benin Republic and Togo and all those, you know, all those countries, it might even be more compared to that of Nigeria. But please, we can't downplay the fact that people really went to school there. They studied hard and they got their certificate legitimately, you know. They got it legitimately. So please, I hope this news
talking about getting connections. You know, earlier we were talking, and I remember when you said some persons even want to study, let's say for example, you want to study mass communication, and then this has been your dreams, and then you write your post-UTME, you passed, you wrote JAMB, you passed, but then the school is giving you nursery and primary education. Like, what is that?
Because that
are
is
you going
the
to do
worst.
with nursery and primary education?
No, it's sad.
The reason why I use nursery and primary education is because I have a friend.
Please, no offense to those that study
No
nursery
offense,
and primary
please. No offense to
education.
anyone who studied nursery and
Yeah.
primary. My school mother actually did study nursery and primary
Okay.
education, and she's enjoying it. By the grace of God, she's actually out of the country and she's doing what
wow.
she loves to do very well with her certificates. So, but then you want to do mass comm and then you are getting nursery and primary education. Why? Because it's not like you didn't do well in all of these entrance exams, in your UTME or your JAMB exams. It's not like you didn't do well, but because you did not get like a connection to get the course you wanted, then you are giving such kind of persons. You see them, it's either they drop out from the course or they go out to another school, maybe like Benin Republic, and then
because
they get
they easily just you don't need JAM.
Yes,
you just need to get your
too.
I think 5 subjects, 5 credit subjects
from
WAEC.
WAEC.
Okay. So they don't. It's not rigorous like that of Nigeria. My younger sister wanted to study pharmacy, and they gave her hotel management. It's so it's funny now, but we could laugh about it. But then it was terrible because she had written JAM once, twice, and that was the 3rd time. You know, she was even contemplating, should I go for it, before finally she, wrote JAM again and got chemistry. So things like that, just like you said, it can really dampen the spirit and make you want to. You know, some might even say, I know they do school again. Let
me share my story quickly with you. Okay, this is my personal story. I remember when I was trying to get into school, I stayed about 3 years after secondary school just because I was trying to get into UniBen. I wanted University of Benin, honestly. I really wanted to go to that school. My auntie went to that school. My uncle went to this school. Like almost everyone in my house around me went to UniBen, and it was like a prestigious school in my house. It's a federal school, So I really wanted to go to UniBen. So the first time I wrote, now I am a commercial student, social scientist. So the first time I wrote, I didn't get up to the cutoff mark, so I said, okay, let me just go down low. I wanted political science, and then the second time I wrote, guess what they gave to me?
Tell me.
As my admission, Islamic study.
Oh wow!
Like, I am not a Muslim.
And you are a Christian. Did they ask for your?
I don't.
Oh my God!
I don't know. That day at first I was like, I saw that you have been admitted, but I didn't see the course. So I took my time and I went through. I didn't want to believe that it was me. But I was seeing my name, but I didn't want to believe that I was the.
How do they do this process? Do they
I don't know.
Different courses at people?
I don't know. I just feel like, oh, this department is not yet filled up, so let's just put this person here. This person doesn't have an admission. I don't know if that is it, but then I didn't want to believe that was my course. I remember I cried. I laughed at first, but I started crying again. And that's how I gave up on UniBen. I said, no, I'm not going to do UniBen again. The cutoff mark was too high. Number 1 into post science at that time, and then number 2, I was giving agric the first time, then the second time Islamic studies. These are the things I wanted to do. Now, for someone who is impatient and really want to go to school, they will just move on to Benin Republic. Once they've heard that Benin Republic is just 3 years, you're not going to stay 4 years, and then you are not writing the post UTME, you are not writing JAM. So why not just go over there and just do your thing and come back here? I also have a friend who actually went there, got his own. I think I was in 200 level when he went there, and he studied mathematics, and he did and came back. I was like, wow, 2-1, that's a big one. So I think the federal government should also look into all of these situations.
And also the NYSC, I think they should also look to the NYSC scheme, because remember, I think still on this show we talked about the reporter that bought results and went as far as going for NYSC. Now, when I wanted to do my NYSC, they gathered students that had people that went abroad to school and all of that for physical verification. Now, this physical verification, depending on the country and your school. For Benin Republic, we're supposed to write an essay. Now that essay they'll use it to tell if you bought your result or you really went through.
Really?
Yes.
Will an essay really tell if you bought a result?
Well, it depends, because they feel like if you go to school, you should be able to write an essay. And for those that just bought result and everything, according to them, they might not be able to write a very good structured essay. But then
I think there are some persons who actually went to school, perhaps did not graduate. I was telling a friend earlier about my friend who he was in 300 level. We were both in 300 level, different department, by the way. I met him in my lodge. So we're in 300 level, different departments, and he left school. I don't know why he left school at that time, but then he left school, and then when he came back with the result.
Wow.
In just a year. From Benin Republic.
Benin
and now
Republic.
this person can write
Lord.
because this person is an engineer. So if you are using essay writing, I don't think it's a good test for whoever, for a graduate.
Well, that is for
graduate.
the FG and NYSC, because that was the that was what they made us do. And it's just so funny how it's easy for people to just buy results then go for NYSC. Should NYSC not have something, I don't know, maybe like a scheme or something to be able to fish out those that actually went to the school or not? I know it's going to be difficult.
I'm sure this show is actually doing justice. Random is doing justice. Right now, I think the government should be having a rethink. Okay, let's not just scrap people from 2017 down to 2024 because of one thing that is going on. They should have like a test. I don't know. Something should happen on the ground.
And schools in Benin Republic, Togo, and all these affected countries, you need to do better. It is Nigerians that are actually doing this there. Okay. Those Benin, they call them Beninois, they don't do that kind of thing. I think they are not even, they are not a minority group that are very interested in education. But when they go to school, they go to school.
So what exactly is their occupation? I'm interested.
Well, let's say they are fishermen.
Really?
They are fishermen. Yes, more fishermen and farming. Really? I don't think they even do farming, but they are more fishermen there.
Wow, that's
so this school should do better. Why do we Nigerians go out of Nigeria and still act in a very terrible way? We take the corrupt nature in Nigeria and we go to another country and we go to exhibit it there. Nigerians are the people selling those certificates to fellow Nigerians. And it's not helping matters. It's not helping matters because right now, people that legitimately got their certificate, you would want them to go to suffer as the bad eggs. And it's not supposed to be like that. Please, we need to do better. We really need to do better. We need to do better. Yes. We'll be going on a short break now, and when we return, we'll fill you in on our next trending issue for today. So stay tuned.
All right, you're welcome back to yet again your favorite show, Randoms. And if you're just joining us, we've talked about some trending issues on social media making waves right now about the cancellation of certificates from Benin Republic and Togo from 2017 to date, and also the increment on the Nigerian passport by 100%. Well, we're going into the juicy segment of Random for today. Today is a recent development and ongoing trend between South Africans and Nigerian boat drivers have kept both countries at loggerheads. The South Africans order boat ride from SA in Nigeria, and upon arrival, they cancelled. Nigerians have now retaliated by doing the same and even worse. We've gathered comments from X, formerly Twitter, concerning this saga. Let's share with you our thoughts. The first comment is coming from Olamilekan. It says, this is an eye-opener for both to improve their platform so that morons like this won't have access to the platform from far away essay. And the next one is coming from Abby. She says, I don't know why people think this is cool. Just so childish and unnecessary to me. Wow. Okay, the next one is coming from Prince Phoenix. He says, I don't think we thought things through. They requested 50 boats to 1 location. Nigerians are very wicked. Oh my goodness. All right, the next one is coming from Port Harcourt. He says, or she says, Nigerians really don't look for trouble. We have very serious internal issues, but for the people we help to liberate to start feeling superior. And when our oppressors, that pent-up anger is unleashed. Wow, that's serious. Okay, the next one is coming from Sheun, the last Gary Bender. And he says, what some South Africans did with the boat thingy is wrong. And what some Nigerians are doing now as a form of revenge is wrong. It's all fun and games, but people are working hard and getting toyed with. Life is tough. I will never support this ludicrous charade. The next one is coming from Hater. It says, one thing you should never do is mess with Nigerians. I woke up this morning and found out South Africans are ordering boats in Nigeria just out of pure hate, and they think Nigerians will just watch. 60 million South Africans and 200 million Nigerians, they pay cancellation fees, but we don't. The next one is coming from Adetutu, Oshun's daughter, and she says, this Nigerian versus South African brouhaha is childish and immature, by the way. Anyway, before we start discussing about this, both replied one Miss Favor, and they said, thank you for reaching out to us. Both is aware of the recent fake ride request between individuals in Nigeria and South Africa. We have swiftly implemented measures to resolve the issues and have restricted inter-country ride. Those responsible have been blocked from the Bolt app. We prioritize the safety and integrity of our platforms and are committed to supporting our driver partners. Anyway, that's it for the comments on X. We'll be going on a short break, and when we come back, we'll be discussing about these comments. Please stay with us. Welcome back, and I'm sure you followed us on our journey on X and the comments from both Nigerians and South Africans. Well, I'm back with Sharon again in the studio. So Sharon, I'm sure you heard all of those comments. What do you think?
Well, what really caught my attention is the fact that someone tweeted that they ordered 50 boats to one location.
To one location.
That's
Nigerians, we can overdo things.
50 boats
to one location.
That was, oh my lord, that would be, that would make the boat driver so.
I was thinking of fuel. People driving down to that location. They're spending their gas. And these are people really working very hard. Yes. Come on, please, let's stop it already.
Really and for the fact that we don't even pay cancellation fee and they pay
cancellation,
so you should know that ours
is more on them.
Will be more.
It's more on
them, but our
but then again, they actually started it. South Africans started it. I don't know why the hate. I don't know where the hate is coming from. I really do not know the origination and originator of this particular issue. But then, whatever it is, for a country that has helped you,
really?
Nigerians will help during apartheid.
It's really,
for a country that has
really
helped
sad.
you, then you should be able to at least reduce. We are all Africans.
Why do I have this feel that it still has, have to do with that Chidinma Adesina's, saga and all
even
of that?
Before Chidinma Adesina,
because they were so furious about that Miss South African situation, and probably that's what even led them to do. Because from the tweet I saw that, according, like from what I read, they actually started it out of fun. They said they were bored and they needed to, just have some fun. And the right fun for you to have is to book boats in another man's country, just to inconvenience that. Why do people think this way? And when the person gets
to the location, you cancel.
Aside the saga, aside the saga between the South Africans and Nigerians, we are human beings. We need to be responsible.
And we are both Africans.
Why would a human being wake up one morning and just decide that you want to hurt another person or just stress another person? Are you people serious?
And now Nigerians are not.
To one location.
And now Nigerians are not even. They're not even taking.
And Nigerians, they know they take place.
Someone just said over 200 million Nigerians to 60 million South Africans. The margin is very big. It's very big. So retaliation is coming more from Nigerians. And please, I beg your pardon, I need to say this. Someone said a lot of lazy Nigerian youths, they all have cell phones and they have free data, 20 MB to press and to do these things.
That's really sad.
So please,
they should always find us doing good things. Please, when they call, for good things, which our name should be there, Nigerians should be there. Not this kind of thing.
No, but this time around is not our fault now. We didn't start it. We didn't actually start it.
But it doesn't matter. We could just I don't know.
Then you see, Nigerians, Sharon is actually pleading, you all, please, we could do better. Please, I beg you in the name of God. Let's stop all of this hate and be one as a black race. We are all Africans. Let's be our brothers and our sisters.
And I'm just super glad that both said it has like taken measures
taking
against
actions,
those responsible. Thank you both. That's that's a very of course that's what you were supposed to do, and we are glad you actually did that. I beg, nobody should do that kind of thing. It's really it's tiring.
It is how you are begging.
God.
Anyways, that's it for our comments on X, formerly Twitter, and again that's it for us here at Random. Watch on YouTube, subscribe to Global TV NG on YouTube, and Global TV NG on Facebook, and also other social media handles you're seeing right on your screen. So Sharon,
yeah, of course, just like Ogochuka has said, we you get to watch Randoms every Tuesday by 6:30 p.m. So always tune in, because we have lots and lots of trending issues to discuss and to of course, trust me and Ogochuka to give you
spicy ones.
Yeah, of course, we'll analyze it, pretty well. So at this junction, I and Ogochuka, we are saying bye-bye.